The world doesn't owe you anything. Not your dreams, not your comfort, not your applause. It doesn't owe you understanding, recognition, or a safety net when things fall apart. And yet, most people live as if life promised them something. As if just being born means success should find them, that opportunity should knock politely on their door, that the universe owes them a lucky break. But here's the truth that breaks the illusion: life owes you nothing. The world gives to those who earn, not to those who expect. You don't get rewarded for showing up, you get rewarded for showing up every day when it hurts, when you're tired, when nobody claps, when you fail and still decide, I'll try again tomorrow. That's the difference between those who make history and those who remain a footnote in someone else's story. When Jack Ma was rejected from 30 jobs, including KFC, he didn't curse the world for being unfair. He didn't beg for sympathy. He built something the world could no longer ignore. Because here's the secret that most people never understand: you can either wait for the world to feel sorry for you, or you can build something so powerful that the world has to notice. The world doesn't hand you wealth because you deserve it. It gives it to those who serve, create, and persist long enough to make value undeniable. And that's what separates the dreamers from the doers. Dreamers wait for permission. Doers earn their permission through action, through resilience, through faith in motion. Every empire, every innovation, every breakthrough began the same way, with someone who was told, "No one cares." And they replied, "Then I'll give them something to care about." You must understand, comfort is the enemy of greatness. The day you stop demanding that the world be fair, is the day you become powerful enough to create your own fairness. Because the world doesn't bend for wishers, it bends for workers. Not for the ones who say I deserve, but for the ones who decide. Decide to keep going, decide to build when others complain, decide to believe when others laugh. You will be rejected, you will be ignored, you will be underestimated, but those are not signals to quit, they are signs that you are still being tested. And every test is asking you one question: do you truly want it enough to earn it? History doesn't remember the entitled, it remembers the relentless. When Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times, he didn't say, "Life is unfair." He said, "I've found 1,000 ways that don't work." That's the mindset of the rare few who understand. Failure is not a wall, it's a mirror. It reflects your hunger, your belief, your persistence. You don't conquer the world by demanding more. You conquer it by becoming more. Every morning you wake up, life silently asks you, what will you earn today? Not in money, not in status, but in discipline, in mastery, in self-respect. Because those who earn those things, success eventually becomes the side effect. You see, the world doesn't respond to your needs. It responds to your value. It doesn't care that you're tired, that you tried before, or that life feels unfair. It only listens to one language: results. And results are earned in silence. They are born in those quiet hours when nobody's watching, when you choose to work while others rest, when you're building brick by brick, belief by belief, knowing that one day, those same people who doubted you, will point and say you got lucky. But there is no luck. There's only discipline disguised as destiny. You have to stop waiting for the right conditions. The right time will never come. The right people may never show up. The right opportunity might never be handed to you. And yet, every person who ever built something extraordinary, from Jack Ma to Steve Jobs, from Oprah to Musk, they all began in chaos, in uncertainty, in doubt. They didn't wait for the light to appear. They became the light. You want to know the difference between the average and the exceptional? The average waits for inspiration. The exceptional creates momentum. Jack Ma once said, "If you don't give up, you still have a chance." Giving up is the greatest failure. That's the code of every fighter, every dreamer, every builder who understands. You may not control the world, but you control your spirit. And if your spirit refuses to bow, then nothing in this world can stop you. Most people quit because they think the world owes them success after effort. They mistake movement for progress. They believe because they worked hard for 1 year, they deserve a lifetime of reward. But that's not how mastery works. That's not how destiny operates. You must earn it again and again. Every day, you requalify for greatness. Every day, you must fight the comfort that whispers you've done enough. No, you haven't. Not until you become what you're capable of. Not until you silence the voice of fear that tells you to settle. Discipline is the proof that you're serious. Consistency is the signal that you're ready. And patience is the bridge that carries your belief into reality. Understand this deeply. No one owes you an easy path. But life will always reward the one who refuses to stop walking. Think of every setback as tuition, the price you pay for wisdom. Every rejection, every failure, every disappointment. They are not punishments, they are payments. Payments toward the person you are becoming. When Jack Ma faced rejection after rejection, he didn't let bitterness build a wall around him. He built a vision instead. A vision bigger than his pain. He turned no into a map that pointed him to yes. That's what you must do. Because no one is coming to rescue you. No one is coming to hand you the dream you keep talking about. It's not their job. It's yours. The world doesn't owe you recognition, but if you dedicate yourself to mastery, the world won't be able to ignore you. When you decide to stop chasing comfort and start chasing growth, you become unstoppable. Because comfort kills hunger, and hunger is what moves the mountains of mediocrity. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you're rewriting your story. Every time you choose persistence over pity, you're proving you belong among the few who earn what they dream. The world doesn't owe you success, but it does offer you opportunity, wrapped in the disguise of challenge. Your job is to recognize it, embrace it, and use it as fuel. Remember this: the world doesn't give you what you wish for. It gives you what you work for, learn for, and fight for. Because in the end, you don't get what you want, you get what you earn. Every storm you face is an invitation not to retreat, but to rise. The world tests you not to break you, but to see if you're ready to deserve what you've been asking for. Because life is not a lottery, it's a ledger. It tracks what you've earned with your habits, your mindset, and your resilience. And the truth is, most people fail not because they lack talent, but because they lack patience. They want their dreams to bloom in a single season, but greatness, true greatness, grows like bamboo. For years, you see nothing above the soil. It looks like you're wasting time, planting effort into barren ground, but beneath the surface, roots are forming deep, wide, and unshakable. And when it finally rises, it shoots up taller than anyone imagined, not because it suddenly grew, but because it spent years preparing for the moment it could no longer be held down. That's the story of success. That's the story of every builder who refused to quit during the invisible years. When Jack Ma was rejected from 30 jobs including KFC, most people would be taken it as a sign to stop trying. But not him. He knew rejection was redirection. He saw failure as training. He didn't wait for validation. He created his own. He once said, "Never give up. Today is hard. Tomorrow will be worse. But the day after tomorrow will be sunshine." Those words aren't poetry. They're prophecy. Because every day you choose to stay in the fight, you move closer to your own sunshine. But here's the catch: you can't fake belief. You can't trick the universe with half-hearted effort. You can't say you want it, then lie like you don't. The world responds to congruence when your actions align with your ambitions. It rewards integrity between your words and your work. If you say you want success, but spend your days escaping discomfort, you've already made your choice. Success doesn't chase comfort. It hides behind challenges. And only those willing to endure the climb ever touch its peak. You must develop the mindset of a creator, not a consumer. Don't ask, "What will the world give me?" Ask, "What can I contribute?" Because contribution creates currency. Value creates visibility. And service, genuine service, creates significance. That's the formula of every great achiever. They didn't beg for opportunity. They became opportunity. They built skills so valuable that the world had no choice but to notice. You want to earn respect, serve. You want to earn wealth, solve problems bigger than your own. You want to earn freedom, discipline your habits until they no longer require willpower. That's what Jack Ma understood before the world ever knew his name. He built his empire not out of luck, but out of leverage, the leverage of learning, failing, and trying again faster than others quit. He saw the internet not as a playground, but as a bridge between his small apartment and the world stage. He didn't wait for permission. He created his own invitation. And you can too. Because the moment you stop believing you're owed something, you become dangerous. You stop waiting. You start building. You stop complaining. You start creating. You stop envying others. You start earning your turn. That's the quiet revolution of personal growth. It's not loud. It's not dramatic. It's just you fighting the pull of laziness, the comfort of excuses, and the gravity of fear. Every morning you wake up with two choices: to continue dreaming or to begin earning. Dreams are beautiful, but only discipline turns them into destiny. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the richest. You just have to be the most consistent. Because the world cannot ignore consistency, it bows to it. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize that all those lonely nights, those silent efforts, those small disciplined actions, they weren't for nothing. They were the bridge that carried you from wishing to winning. The world doesn't owe you anything, but if you decide to earn everything, the world will eventually offer you more than you ever asked for. There's a quiet truth buried inside every story of success. The world rewards those who adapt, not those who complain, not those who cling to how things used to be, but those who learn, evolve, and rise again every time the ground shifts beneath their feet. Jack Ma once said, "The world will not remember what you say, but it will remember what you did." And what he did more than anything was change. He wasn't afraid to look foolish learning something new. He wasn't afraid to look small in the beginning, because he understood, those who fear embarrassment never earn excellence. Think about it, every major revolution, from the industrial age to the digital age, was led by people who dared to see what others ignored. While the crowd mocked the idea, the visionary stayed curious. When people said, "It'll never work," the leader whispered, "Maybe not yet, but one day it will." That's the essence of earning your place in the world. Not fighting against change, but using it as fuel. Adaptability is the new wealth. Because the moment you stop learning, you start losing. The moment you stop growing, your relevance begins to fade. And here's the irony. The same people who complain that the world is unfair, refuse to upgrade themselves to meet the world as it is. The truth: the world doesn't get easier, you get stronger. Challenges don't disappear, you get smarter. Rejection doesn't vanish, you get wiser. Every blow life throws at you is a question: will you evolve, or will you escape? Because growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. It happens when you step into the unknown and stay there long enough to master it. That's what Jack Ma did when he started Alibaba. He wasn't a programmer. He didn't have investors. He didn't even understand how the internet fully worked. But he had faith in the future. He believed that if he could connect people through trust and technology, he could build something bigger than himself. And that's exactly what he did, because he chose adaptation over anxiety. You see, most people fear failure because they think it defines them. But in reality, failure refines you. It burns away your illusions and leaves behind your truth. It reveals what you're truly made of. It humbles you. It teaches you how to think clearer, act smarter, and persist longer. Without failure, success would have no weight. Without resistance, muscles never grow. Without rejection, belief never deepens. Every no is a mirror showing you how bad you really want it. And those who stop at the first mirror, never see how beautiful their transformation could be. The ones who rise, they don't take failure personally. They take it professionally. They study it. They extract the lessons. They say, "Good. Now I know what doesn't work." And then they try again. Jack Ma once said, "If you don't give up, you still have a chance." Giving up is the greatest failure. That's not just business advice, that's life philosophy. Because the truth is, persistence doesn't guarantee success, but quitting guarantees failure. So the next time life slams a door in your face, don't sit there waiting for someone to open it for you. Build a new one. Forge a new path. Invent your own opportunity. You are not owed comfort. You are not owed applause. You are not owed understanding. You are only owed what you earn. And you earn it through courage, through consistency, through conviction. Every day you wake up, you're being given a silent contract by life. It says, "Here's your time. Here's your chance. What will you do with it?" Some sign it with excuses. Others sign it with effort. You can't control who gets ahead faster. You can't control who gets more luck. But you can control how much fight you have left in you. And often, that's enough. Because in the long run, the world bows to endurance. So be the one who keeps standing after others have sat down. Be the one who learns faster than life can test you. Be the one who earns respect, not by demanding it, but by deserving it every single day. There's a moment in every person's journey where the dream feels distant, where you've done everything right, but nothing seems to move. You've worked, sacrificed, believed, and yet the world stays silent. That silence, that's where most people quit. They think the silence means failure, but silence is the world's way of testing your belief. It's asking, do you still believe when there's no applause? Do you still show up when no one is watching? Because here's the truth: you don't grow when things are easy, you grow when things are invisible. When your results haven't shown up yet, when your progress isn't obvious, when you're walking by faith and not by sight. That's when your spirit is being refined. Jack Ma said, "Today is hard. Tomorrow will be worse. But the day after tomorrow will be sunshine." And that's the secret most people never live long enough to see. They give up on the night before the sunrise. They want the reward without the waiting, the crown without the cost, the destination without the discipline. But the bridge between dreams and reality is built on patience. Because success doesn't happen to you, it happens through you. And before life gives you the victory, it must first prepare you for it. That preparation comes disguised as delay. It comes disguised as disappointment. It comes disguised as failure. When you learn to see through those disguises, you realize every setback was actually setting you up. You start to understand that the process is not punishing you, it's polishing you. It's teaching you how to lead, how to adapt, how to sustain what you earn. There's a reason most people never keep success. They weren't built strong enough to handle it, because while they were busy chasing shortcuts, the real winners were building foundations. The foundation of patience, the foundation of character, the foundation of consistency. So when the storm hits, and it always does, they don't collapse, they rise. You see, the world doesn't reward talent alone. It rewards endurance. Because talent will get you noticed, but endurance will keep you relevant. You might not be the smartest, you might not be the fastest, you might not even have all the resources, but if you refuse to quit, you'll outlast them all. Every empire you see today was once built by someone who refused to surrender to the noise. They didn't beg for the world's approval, they built value until the world had no choice but to notice. That's how you earn it. You don't earn it with entitlement. You earn it with evolution. You don't demand success. You become success. You keep showing up even when the applause dies down. You keep learning when others are comfortable. You keep believing when the world laughs at your dreams. Because at the end of the day, life pays those who pay attention. Attention to detail. Attention to growth. Attention to the voice inside that says, "You're not done yet." That's how legends are built. Not in the spotlight, but in the shadows. Not through noise, but through quiet, relentless work. The world doesn't owe you recognition, but it will recognize you once you've earned the right to be seen. And when that day comes, when the spotlight finally finds you, when your effort meets opportunity, when your moment arrives, remember this truth: it wasn't luck, it wasn't chance, it was you. You earned it every scar, every sleepless night, every no, every lesson. The world didn't owe you that victory. You forged it, and that's what makes it beautiful. There comes a moment when success is no longer about the money, the cars, or the applause. It's about impact. It's about how many people you've helped climb after you. Because the greatest proof that you've earned your place in the world is not in what you've gained, it's in what you've given back. You see, the goal is not just to make a living. The goal is to make a difference. Anyone can earn a paycheck, but very few can build a purpose. Jack Ma once said, "If you want to be successful, help others become successful." That's not just a nice quote, it's a law of the universe. The moment you shift from what can I get to what can I give, life opens doors you didn't even know existed. Because the truth is, no one remembers the person who only took. We remember the ones who built something bigger than themselves. We remember the people who made us believe again. Think of Thomas Edison, who failed 1,000 times before giving the world light. He didn't stop when it was hard, he stopped when it was done. Think of Henry Ford, who was laughed out of his own company before creating an industry. He wasn't chasing approval, he was chasing possibility. Think of Jack Ma himself, rejected by Harvard, rejected by KFC, rejected by the world, yet he built Alibaba, one of the largest companies on earth. Not because the world gave him permission, but because he gave himself a reason. He turned rejection into resilience. He turned failure into fuel. He turned doubt into destiny. That's the pattern of every great achiever. They stopped expecting the world to hand them a map, and started drawing their own. And when you start living that way, when you stop asking for what you want and start earning it, something magical happens inside you. Your energy changes. Your confidence grows. You no longer beg for opportunities, you attract them. Because success doesn't chase people who wait. It follows those who move. You have to move, even when it's uncomfortable. You have to move, even when no one claps. You have to move, even when fear screams louder than faith. Because movement creates momentum, and momentum builds belief. That's how you transform from dreamer to doer. But here's the part most people never hear. Earning it isn't a one-time act. It's a daily commitment. It's waking up and showing up long after the excitement is gone. It's doing the small, boring, necessary things that no one sees, because that's where mastery lives. The gym you go to when no one cares. The late nights you spend learning when others are sleeping. The discipline you practice when no one will ever notice. That's what earns you respect. That's what earns you freedom. That's what earns you peace of mind. Because deep down, you know you did the work. You didn't take shortcuts. You didn't cheat the process. You didn't wait for luck. You built it, brick by brick. And every brick you laid became the foundation of your character. Because success built without character collapses. But success built on character compounds. That's why life tests you before it rewards you. It's not trying to break you, it's trying to see if you're ready. And when you are, when you finally stop blaming the system, the people, the economy, the excuses, when you finally look in the mirror and say, "It's on me," that's the moment everything changes. The world doesn't owe you anything, but it will reward you when you earn it. Not because of who you know, not because of where you came from, but because you decided that nothing could stop you from becoming who you're meant to be. That decision, that inner fire, is what separates the ordinary from the unstoppable. It's what separates the dreamers from the builders, the talkers from the leaders, the believers from the achievers. And you get to decide which one you are. There will come a day when everything you once fought for finally stands before you. The house, the peace, the freedom, the respect. And in that moment, you'll realize it was never about the things. It was about the transformation. The money didn't make you rich. The discipline did. The fame didn't make you powerful. The focus did. The success didn't change your life. The struggle did. Because the person you became in the process. That's the real reward. Every failure carved your patience. Every rejection sharpened your will. Every dark night built your light. That's the beauty of earning it. No one can take it from you. Not the economy, not a boss, not luck, not fate. Because it's yours. You earned it with your pain. You earned it with your effort. You earned it with your belief. And when you look back, you'll see that the world never owed you anything. It was you who owed the world your best. Your talent was a gift. Your time is your currency. What you do with it, that's your repayment. Don't waste it chasing validation. Don't spend it begging for shortcuts. Don't trade it for comfort. Trade it for greatness. Trade it for impact. Trade it for the kind of legacy that whispers long after you're gone, "Here lived someone who refused to settle." Because the truth is, most people settle. They quit too early, dream too small, and live too safely. They let fear negotiate their destiny. They choose comfort over calling. But not you. Not if you've come this far. You were not built for mediocrity. You were not built to blend in. You were not built to be average. You were built to lead. You were built to build. You were built to earn. And the earning never stops. Even after the money. Even after the trophies. Even after the world finally says, "You made it." Because the real ones keep going. Not because they need more, but because they are more. They understand what Jack Ma meant when he said, "Today is hard. Tomorrow will be worse. But the day after tomorrow will be sunshine." Most people give up on day 2. The world doesn't reward those who quit halfway through the storm. It rewards the ones who endure. So endure. Endure when it's hard. Endure when it's lonely. Endure when the world laughs. Because every great empire was once mocked by those too afraid to dream that big. Every revolutionary idea was once labeled impossible. Every visionary was once called foolish, until they weren't, until they earned it, and so will you. But promise yourself this: when that day comes, when the sun finally shines on your mountain, you won't forget the climb. You won't forget the nights that broke you. You won't forget the people who believed when no one else did. You won't forget the version of you that refused to quit, because that's your foundation. That's your truth. That's what keeps you humble when success tries to blind you. Gratitude, the quiet power that keeps giants grounded. No matter how far you go, remember, you're not better than anyone. You're just proof of what's possible when you refuse to stop believing. That's the legacy. Not the cars, not the bank accounts, not the headlines, but the hearts you inspire to keep going. Because when you earn it, you don't just change your life, you change the standard. You show the world what earned success looks like, and that ripple, that impact, will echo beyond your lifetime. So the next time you wake up and feel like the world owes you something, remember this: it doesn't, but it's waiting for you to earn it. Earn your respect, earn your peace, earn your freedom, earn your destiny. Because you were not put on this planet to wait for blessings. You were put here to become one. Now go earn it.